Hello and welcome to my channel here. Going to be pulling on a week ahead forecast, if you will, of, kind of what can you expect or what's the current energy out there. Really quick, just want to say if you hear any loud noises, it's probably people celebrating, so take that as you will. I am recording this on Sunday, February 12th, and this is supposed to be the week ahead, so, Monday into the following, Sunday. So that'd be what, the 13th through the 19th, or the 13th through the 18th? 19th, yeah. Before I get started here, just a heads up, this is a general reading, and even though I am pulling on a specific time, this is just a snapshot of what I'm picking up on. It is, it may not resonate with you, as they say. I'm not some, wizard on a mountain. So, if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe you learn something, I don't know. I might not be the reader for you, but hopefully you can take something away from it. As of recording this, I don't know what the title of the video is going to be, so if the title brought you in, it's probably for you. If it's not, whatever time that this is for that you find it, it's probably for you too. That's just, I will probably have to repeat it a lot. Just in general, a lot of the stuff I pick up on is early than what people experience, so it might be future influence, who knows. But anyway, this is going to be for your air signs, so your Aquarius, which is the sign that we're currently in, and then your Gemini and your Libra. It could be wherever in your chart. I mean, if you want to get really technical, everyone's birth chart has all of the zodiac in it because of how it's set up, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not an astrologer. Anyway, I guess without further ado, this is going to be the week ahead for air signs. Yeah. I'm feeling drawn to this deck, and I'm gonna just, Lord, I am such a wordy person. I'm gonna try and do just a simple 3-card. It might turn into something longer. I don't know. I have no control over it. So, yeah. We'll see what comes out and go from there. So, yeah. What can the air signs, the air element, expect in the coming week? That feels right. I feel like, I don't know why I'm just going with it. I feel like I need to mention that I know a lot of air signs, and I do have some air in my chart, but like I said, it really doesn't matter. So I might get very... Air signs and I get along very well to a point, and we are very chatty. The last time I met up with a very old Aquarius friend of mine. A lot of my friends are Aquarius, but this particular Aquarius and I go very far back. We spent most of our lunch talking about differential equations because that's just how we are. So anyway, let me refocus so that way I'm not pulling a specific reading for them because that would be awkward. So we go ahead for air signs, air element. Okay. Do 3 cards. Let's see what comes out. There's 1. Just want 2 more. Those ones are really light to flip. That's funny. I'm assuming you saw that. You got cards flipping, but they don't want to come out fully. I'll definitely take a look when we're done here. Just 2 more, please. I know you can do it. Yep. Okay, 1 more. That was very dramatic, as it does. And that is our 3rd. Okay. First one to come out was the moon. That seems very apt. And we have the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. If you haven't watched the February mid-month, whatever you want to call it, maybe you should check that out because I am being drawn to similar things, and I believe there was a 4 of Pentacles in that reading, but I'm drawn to the blue and the yellow like I was in that reading with these 2 cards. Give me a second here. The blue and the yellow. Again, we have the 8 of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck, and I want to see what was popping out, or trying to pop out. Yeah, it was the 9 of Pentacles and the World. The World is a very powerful card. It's like the ultimate cycle of completion. The 9 of Pentacles is like the, I see it as the minor arcana version of the Empress. Very beautiful energy. But this is stuff that hasn't fully come out. It's underlying the surface is how I read that sort of theme. So interesting what we have going on here thematically. We have the 8 of Cups reversed. We have the moon. We have the 2 of Cups. And we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. It's funny that I mentioned the blue and the yellow, and then we have this. And then also, if you notice here, we have a similar moon look. Very interesting. So the 8 of Cups reversed. On this particular design, the person is walking away from the 8 of Cups. So for me, reverse would be the person coming back instead of them walking away. It's them coming back towards the 8 broken cups. So I almost feel like it's a... I'm trying to think how to explain... It's that thing of like, you know you shouldn't, but you're gonna do it anyway. Because it's the 8 broken cups, so it's like, why are you trying to drink from a broken glass? So instead of, putting the broken glass in the trash can or on the recycling bin. And then we have the moon. I'm just so drawn to the blue and the yellow. So, oh man, it's just, it's all I see is the blue and the yellow. It's funny because whenever I read the moon, it's usually about secrets and the darkness, but that shade of blue is like the blue that you'd see on a beautiful day. It's rather curious. Because I mean, it's almost a literal color match here with this beautiful Two of Cups. You know, it's like, it's almost like there's something, I'm not quite sure how to put it. It's like there's something, I wouldn't necessarily say it's hidden, but it's like it's not everything is as it seems. It's more of the feeling I get off of it. Because why would it be, you know, a beautiful blue sky at night? That's just so odd. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next one, and maybe I can, there's definitely a thing going on with these three, with the blue and the yellow. So in this card, besides being drawn to the blue and the yellow, I mean, how can you not? Like, it's, you have the blue sky, you have the yellow cups, and even the people. Let me grab my other deck and I can actually show this really quickly. Which I still have organized in order, so it will be really quick. So some people say that the people on this card would be the High Priestess and the Fool because they're wearing similar outfits. So it's almost like a meeting of the minds, if you will. What's fascinating is that with this one, it's that moment where it's obvious that this person had the two cups and is giving one to that person. Or at least that's the feeling I'm getting off of it. Sometimes when I look at it, I see it as, it's more when it's reversed, but sometimes it'll happen upright, of this person handing the cup to that one and the person has a hand going, no, I already have one. I don't need yours. That's for you. But on this one, I get the feeling it's this person originally had two cups and is giving that cup to that person. Give me a second here while I put this deck away. Okay. And just to finish it off, we have another card featuring a lot of yellow. It's the Four of Pentacles. It's generally when it's upright, it's that you know, you're holding tightly to material things. It also could be seeing people as possessions. So reverse, I feel like, is you needing to let go of something that's been long overdue, or be more comfortable with letting go of things. kind of want to go back to this one. It's just so odd. Because this card usually seems so dark, but it seems so bright right now. I think I'm going to clarify that one. I feel like I'm not getting the whole story, or I'm not understanding something here, so. There we go, that feels right. Okay. Thinking about how to phrase it so that way I can get a better angle on it. Because sometimes when I ask a question about a specific card, it will just give me that same card, and I don't want the same card to come out. That just feels like the deck's just showing off to me. Because that's happened a lot to me before. How about I think I'm just going to go with my classic question that seems to kind of get to the point, be direct, which is, what do you really want to tell me? Okay. Oh boy. Definitely feel like there's another one that's trying to come out. We're going to stop there because that looks like 3 exactly. Interesting. Okay, so I think I had a couple that flipped, but they might have all just came out. Wow, okay. There's definitely one card that caught my eye that flipped, but I don't know if it flipped back over, but it was the World, which also flipped in this deck. At the bottom of this deck, we have the 7 of Wands. So I feel like it's all about those boundaries. So I definitely remember boundaries being brought up in the month reading. So I feel like you're just being encouraged to go watch that one, which, okay. Then the 3 of Swords reverse popped out. 3 of Swords upright, it's just total, utter despair, heartbreak. I mean, the card speaks for itself. Excuse me, sorry. For reverse, It's that, you know, putting your heart back together after heartbreak. It doesn't have to be an actual breakup. It could be a falling out with a friend, be falling out with family, and it's putting those pieces back together of your heart, and, you know, not necessarily like having hope. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's like you know it's going to be okay. Because when you're in this, you don't feel like it's going to be okay. Ever. Okay. When I get sideways cards, it's like I liken it to that moment when you flip a coin up in the air and you don't know which way it's going to land. So I like to read these as that they could be, you have like two stories going on of like, you could have an upright or a reverse thing going on. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of, at least with this deck, it gives very much like, you know, the watch pot never boils type of thing. It just feels like it takes forever. I know sometimes people will just say, you know, if you plant some seeds and you keep digging them up and checking on them, they're never going to actually grow. Well, at least here they're growing, but I mean, obviously it's taking time and he's just watching it. It's that thing of like, you know, activities that if you let it go, which ties in with this, it will just happen. You know, if you sit there and watch the paint dry, it's going to take a lot longer. It's that whole perspective of time. I'm not sure if I'm coming across right on this. It's like the more you focus on it, the longer it's going to seem. So if you know, do the thing and then not necessarily forget about it, but just be like, yeah, I did the thing, go off, do something else. Before you know it, you know, that will turn into a tree or a bush or whatever. Well, it's not the world card. It is a circle and a major arcana. It is the Wheel of Fortune, which is also, like, these two are very similar to each other. Sometimes I liken this card to be like the minor arcana version of this card because it's all about timing. They're both about timing. This one is more about the universe and divine timing. Interesting. I had a feeling when I saw the little edge of that card and when it fell out that it was going to be this card. I mean, it makes sense, and I'll explain in a little bit why this card didn't seem right. This card and I, how can I explain? The devil. Doesn't mean like literally the devil, but it's it's, someone that is going to swindle you and take you for everything. It's someone that sweet talks you and, you know, just completely, I guess, makes you lose faith in humanity in some aspects. And I am speaking from experience. I have fallen for someone that was very much like the devil, with those traits. So I'm very familiar. Was able to get out of it, but I learned to always trust my gut. When I met that person, my gut was screaming at me and I doubted it and instead listened to other people. And instead of being true to me and listening to my gut, I ended up being in like the worst relationship of my life. I learned a lot. And it has been definitely one long journey. So that's why sometimes my reaction to this card is very visceral. Because it takes me back to a time and a place, and current me is screaming at past me, being like, listen to your God. So reversed. Trying to think how to explain. It's like you're aware, like you've dealt with this type of person before that I've explained. So you know what to look out for. But just be careful. Very interesting that we got 2 timing cards. And I am pulling on a week, so joke's on me, I guess. With Valentine's Day coming up, I feel like I need to mention it, like, just be careful. Like, don't go back to people unless like you've actually had the conversation and been mature adults. But a lot of people just can't communicate well or effectively or just at all. Like, so much would be solved with like actual open, honest communication instead of, double face and double talk, which is very much, devil energy, say one thing and then mean something else. I'm not quite sure if that really got to my moon card situation. The more and more I'm thinking about it, the more it's like, I feel like that does cover it. Because I did say that, everything is not as it seems. Something's very out of place. There's a lot of out of place stuff. But it feels like as long as you have good, firm boundaries, you can continue healing. And, it just takes time. And, just be aware of the crappy people out there. I'm going to give you an affirmation to leave you with, and hopefully you'll have a great week. Okay, let's see. What affirmation should the air element viewers leave with? I'll take that one. It is safe for me to be myself. Which is very fitting for Aquarius. Aquarius is all about being true to yourself, being your very eccentric, weird self. And I say that with love. If you enjoyed this, please, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully this helps someone out there. I'm really thankful for all the viewers, everyone that subscribed, everyone that likes, all that good stuff. And I hope you have a wonderful week.